Alright guys, well welcome to the Fog Bowl. That's what we're going to call it. Fog Bowl 2020. Man, we've had some crappy weather. The winds are everywhere every night. About like my camera work. Anyway, the winds have been everywhere every night. It's been crazy foggy. It's been clearing off in the afternoons the last 3 days. Today it didn't. It's just been foggy all day. So it looks like it's starting to brighten up outside, but you know, who knows? We got about an hour and 15 minutes before it gets dark. Back here hunting over some beans tonight. I really wanted to go hunt this tree stand over there. It's great for a south wind. And then my plan was to hunt there across the field, and then any of the deer that came to these beans, I'd be able to watch them, but I wouldn't necessarily have to run them out to get out of here. But then I remembered once I got up here that there's a 1/4 inch of ice on everything, and that there's no point of going to the tree when you can't slide your Prusik knot up your lifeline. So I'm back in this blind. I got a cool little setup here. Got a HME blind up on a platform. It's an old water tank, steel water tank platform. I put some plywood on it, got this blind up here. Got my heater set up over here, ready to go. It's right there. My 4th-arrow arm there on my tripod. I got it sucked down there to the floor. So as you can see out here, got a nice bean patch. So now that patch looks a lot bigger with the GoPro than it actually is. It's about maybe 3/4 of an acre at the very most, probably more like a half, but they've been in it a lot. So yeah, not really sure what deer we're after. Honestly, not even really sure why I'm hunting, besides it's a habit of going all the time. So I'm just up here to relax for the evening. The couple deer that are up here though is the giant 8-point that I botched up earlier in the season. He's been up here. There's a couple other older deer that are around the farm that I guess could show up. So movement's been really bad on the last couple of days. Maybe tonight they'll move. You know, I don't know. This ice storm and this fog has just kind of really suppressed the movement. So anyway, it looks like I've successfully been talking for 3 minutes and 10 seconds. So I'm sure you've successfully got tired of listening to me. And we'll get to hunt. So I'll show you the deer when they start coming. Alright, I've got the first ones coming. Didn't take long. It's 4 o'clock. Alright guys, well I got Dexter coming. He's a giant 3-year-old. I mean a giant. I can't believe he's by himself. First one out here. I'm not going to shoot him. If somehow he can make it through the season and not get shot the next 2 weeks, he'll be huge. Well, I hope he makes it. I'm not sure he will. He sure likes coming in here to this plot. Or to the food plots. There's other guys that hunt this farm with us. They haven't killed near as many deer in their life as I have. I don't think that one walks by many people, but I think that's the third time I passed him up. It's a deer I call Dexter. He's an absolute giant. And if he was on my farm, I probably would have jumped out of the blind and chased him across the field to try to smarten him up a little bit so he could get through the season. But he is not on my farm. And I'm not going to do that. Awesome encounter either way. I mean, this doesn't get any prettier out than that. That deer, we don't grow 3-year-olds like that around here. That deer is a tremendous, tremendous deer. Awesome encounter. I guess if you guys get to see this footage, that means I either killed a great big one tonight and didn't make him cut him out of it. I killed a great big one in the fall of 2021, and it was him, and we used it. Or Mike shoots him this weekend out of the same blind. Either way, what a wonderful deer. Got 5 of them in the beans. One of them's still way over there in the grass. I think we might have a chance tonight if we can keep them from spooking. I got him coming. He's right there. If we can keep running out of light. I'd say I got 5 minutes. See what happens. It's the big 8. Oh man, guys. Dropped him right in his freaking tracks. He was 38. He was 38 yards. When he was over to the right, he started moving left. I was moving my camera, and I thought, I'll just let him go. Thought, nope, you know what? I freaking shoot that far all the time when I practice. That's how far I shoot. Just freaking shoot him. I had the camera over there, got squared up on him, shot. I
didn't think I was that high, but you know, I'm right at ground level, but it just drilled him. I bailed out of the blind, ran around there, got another shot in. Man, I got him. The giant 8-point is down. Yes. That is the deer I've been hunting all year. That was the deer I wanted to shoot number 1. And I had put a lot of time in and just had patience. Just had patience waiting on it to happen. And that's what you got to do sometimes. You just, if you go enough and you have patience enough, eventually you'll run into one. Eventually good things will happen. If you hunt enough and you put yourself in the right situation enough and you don't pressure them, eventually good things will happen. And I'm thankful that I got a family that lets me do that, and I'm thankful that I've got a job that allows me to do that, and I'm thankful that I've got friends that allow me to do that on their farms. And I have had one hell of a season. It has been absolutely fantastic. I guess this is making the best of COVID. If we would have had sports and everything, which I wish I would have rather played football than killed the 2 deer I've shot this year. But we didn't get to. And we still aren't going to get to. But what a blessing. What an absolute blessing. One hell of a season.
Here. Look at that. Woo-hoo! All right, guys. Well, here he is, just an absolute giant. I've had quite the story with this deer this year after my debacle in the tree. You've seen part of that hunt on my last hunt, but you know, I mentioned that night, or in my last interview, you know, when I bumped my release trying to kill him the last time and the arrow goes lollipopping through the air and hits the ground behind him, I thought, I'm not going to get upset about it. I'm not going to get frustrated. I'm just going to stay positive, and it's a great deer season either way. And this deer, he hasn't even really been around up here. I come up here on a fluke tonight because I was at work today and I had to go to Rushville, and then when I got done in Rushville, I happened to get home in time, and I was planning on hunting over at Adair, so I had my stuff, but the wind ended up being wrong, and I come up here, and like I said, I had one picture of this deer in the last probably 6 weeks, and that was over there at 11:30 in the afternoon on a doe. And I come up to hunt over there tonight, and I thought, well, that's stupid. I can't get up in a tree. You know, there's too much ice, and you know, there was a huge tree fell down a minute ago when Frank and I was just standing there. I mean, it's pretty nasty out. So I went in and climbed up in the blind, and you can see, we'll probably show you, I had Dexter come in. He's just a beautiful deer. He walked right in front, and I was just having a great night either way. It was just absolutely awesome. And then out walked him right at last light. He come right up the edge of these beans right where we're at and gave me a 35 or 38 yard shot. And you can see I hit him high right here, dropped him in his track. So this will be the year of short blood trails for me. You can go ahead and beat me up on YouTube all you want. I don't care. But anyway, just an absolute giant 8-point with so much cool character. I wanted to kill this deer so bad. I've had one picture of him last year down behind the house. We figured he was a 4-year-old then, and he is just so cool. Dark red forehead, just absolutely awesome. So anyway, Frank and I is gonna get him in the truck. It's time to celebrate. Frank's got a tag left in his pocket. Got a little bit of weather coming, nothing like last year, but you know, this is our time that we shine, and we're gonna keep getting after him. So I guess until next time, kids, bow hunt or die.
Dustin's coming tomorrow. He should have been here tonight. You know what? That's what you get for being late, Dustin. That's what you get.